Lovely morning, Mrs. Tanner. Lovely morning, Mr. Ogden.
Look, I'm telling you, it might be a bottom of cut now, for all we know.
Oh, I doubt that, Mrs. Ogden. I think Gretna's far more likely.
What do you mean by that?
Now, don't talk so daft, Annie. He was only giving you a driving lesson.
Oh, ostensibly.
You are?
No, all I'm saying, dear, is that the driving lesson was the apparent reason for them going out into the moonlight together.
Oh, well, I think we ought to call police. You know, get a message on wireless.
Oh, now,
Well, do you think I should phone round the hospitals, then?
Now, love, I think you're fretting yourself about summat to note altogether. He'll turn up. They always do in a case like this.
Look, here's me been up half the night worrying me guts out, and all you two can do is just stand there as if naught had happened.
Oh, I'm not saying that nothing had happened, dear. All I'm saying is that it's no concern of the police.
Annie?
Yes, Eddie?
Don't start that again.
Stop what, love?
I've not forgotten how you carried on when you thought I was carrying on with Elsie Tanner, and you were wrong then, the same as you're wrong now.
Oh, yes, well, time will tell.
Paper.
What's that, love?
Well, we ought to get morning papers. If anything's happened to him, it'll be on front page.
Love, if anything had happened, if there'd been an accident or out like that, you'd have known by now. The police send round straight away. No, to my idea, this is a case of no news is good news.
Yeah, you can't help wondering, though, can you?
I think all that's happened is that the motor car's broken down.
Oh, so do I. But it's all very compromising.
Ah, well, I'll compromise Elsie Tanner when I see her, where it hurts most.
One thing, Mr. Ogden has far too much imagination to say that they ran out of petrol.
We ran out of petrol.
Oh, really, Mr. Ogden?
What did happen, Stan?
It was a right to do, you see. We got out in the moors, you know, between Blackburn and Darren.
Oh, yes.
We were bowling along nicely, you know, and suddenly we ground to an old... The petrol gauge was wrong, you know. It was showing half full, but flipping tank were bone dry.
And couldn't you have got some more?
We're miles from anywhere.
How convenient.
No, we did a daft thing.
Oh, what was that?
Stanley Ogden, will you tell me just what you was doing out all night with Elsie Tanner?
You won't believe me if I
Never
tell you.
mind that. You just tell me and we'll see if I believe you or not.
We played chuckstones.
Chuckstones?
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 Aye. It were quite fun, too.
I'm sure it was.
Number 3, is it?
That's right. It's okay, isn't it?
Hey,
Nice house, houses.
you are?
I'm saying it, it's not a bad old place, is it?
No, very nice.
It's all mine.
Would you sign here, please?
Sure. Got a pencil?
No.
Oh, never mind, I got one here. It's not easy writing on these, is it?
You are?
I'm saying it's... Oh, never mind, they are. Signed, sealed, delivered. Thanks very much.
Right, thanks. Ta-ra, then.
Ta-da.
You're certainly a glutton for punishment.
What do you mean?
You get back 7:30 after being all night in the thing, and here you are, 10:30, coming back for more. Still, it's good to see keenness in one so young.
I've got to get it mastered, and I won't do this by sitting looking at it, will I?
That's the spirit. Keep that up and we'll soon have you tearing around Silverstone.
I'm not interested in tearing round Silverstone. I'm more interested in going one slowly like round St Anne's Square.
Now, let's get these straight again. This is the petrol gauge.
That I already know. I also know that it doesn't work. What's that?
That's the demister.
Hello, love.
Are we ready then for the lesson?
Oh, I am a daft ape. I'd forgotten you were taking me out this morning.
The more the merrier. Jump in, love. When it comes to teaching someone to drive, 2 heads are better than 1.
Well, I needn't if you don't want me to.
Of course we want you.
Well, I suppose it's nice to be wanted, really, though I don't know that I've much to contribute.
You've got yourself, Miss Nugent. That's enough, isn't it?
If you say so.
Climb in, then.
Very luxurious, really, isn't it?
Oh, nothing but the best for Elsie.
Drive on, please.
Very well. Where to, madam?
Never mind where, just keep on the straight and narrow.
Me, love? Ha ha! That'll be the day.
You needn't have bothered Mrs. Clegg. I would have come and fetched her myself.
Ah, it's no trouble. Anyway, lads used to deliver.
At least you've got away from Mrs. Sharples for a couple of minutes, haven't you?
Oh, no. She's been a godsend, that woman.
You know you want to get away from that place more than you do.
Suppose I do.
Cooped up there? I've seen your lights shining at all hours.
Well, I read a lot.
You mean you stare at the pages?
Something like that.
You know what you could do with half an hour of a night? In the Rover's return, bottle of stout, bit of gossip, and then put the world to bed.
No thanks, Mr. Fairclough. I went in there last week with Mrs. Sharples. I don't think I could face it again.
Oh, you mean Annie Walker, the fire-breathing dragon?
More than that. Much more. All my married life, I've loathed and detested public houses because of what they'd done to Les.
Maybe you should have gone in with him, kept him on a collar and lead.
Maybe I should at that. Maybe I should.
You know, public houses can be a sort of safety valve. There's lots of people around here who'd go spare if they hadn't got somewhere to go and have a gossip.
Thanks, Mr. Fairclough, but I'm a bit too set in my ways.
Look, you can tell me to mind my own business if you like, but you've put everything you've got into this place, you know. This is your last stand. And you've got to learn to live with the people in this street, you know. Like Annie Walker, Hilda Ogden, old Uncle Tom Copley and all.
But do they want to learn to live with me?
You'll have to try, love. Mix with them. We don't sympathise with people round here, you know. We understand them. And that's very different.
Well, thanks all the same.
No, thanks, love. I'll see you in the Rovers tonight.
I couldn't.
All right. I'll cancel my order with you then. All those beans I get, I should get them wholesale.
All right. You win.
Well, if that's all, Mrs. Walker,
Yes, dear?
I've got some business of my own to attend to.
Oh, I wonder what that can be.
Elsie bloomin' Tanner. She won't know what's hit her when I get at her.
You'll have a job, love.
How do you mean?
Getting at her. She's going to do orbit in that motor car of hers.
That doesn't surprise me neither.
Well, if Elsie Tanner's in a car, how do you think you're going to catch her?
If need be, Mr. Walker, I'll get a bloomin' taxi.
They had such lovely furniture in that shop, Mrs. Sharples.
I bet it was a lovely price and all.
You're not kidding. Honestly, I'd just no idea how much furniture cost.
What did you get, anyway?
Well, you mustn't tell Dickie, because it's got to be a secret for him.
Oh, my lips are sealed.
I've got a wicker elephant.
Come on, then.
An elephant made out of wickerwork. It's being delivered today.
Well, I think you've made a wonderful start.
Do you think so?
I've always said to young couples starting out, so long as you've got a wicker elephant in your bottom drawer, you can't possibly go wrong.
Oh, it's great, love, great. You're a proper little smasher.
It's come
This morning.
and you really like it.
Well, it's like sitting on air.
Sitting on air?
Well, luxurious isn't the word.
You've been sitting on it.
Of course I have. What do you expect?
I expect you these days.
Has anyone seen a wandering swivel chair?
You bet I have.
Ah, well, I think there's been a little mistake.
Mistake?
Mm-hmm. Is this yours?
Yeah.
No? Well, it certainly isn't mine. Got your name on it, but it was delivered to our flat. What are you going to feed it on, then?
What in the name of creation's that?
Hey! Come back here, Elsie Tanner! I want to sort you out! Hey!
What was that all about?
You'll find out soon enough. You'll probably find out now if you're lucky.
She'll be back. She'll be back, and when she is, I'll wrap her flaming heap of junk right round her flaming neck. She can't go on escaping all day. I'll get her in the end. Do you know, she's like a serpent, that woman. Got her fangs into my stand and dragged him off into the hills.
I think you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
Maybe so, Jack, but if I may employ another old adage, there's no smoke without fire.
Ah, well, there'll be fire and brimstone when I get hold of her.
What are you so scared of her for?
Scared me? Who am I supposed to be scared of?
Oh, plain as the nose on your face, all that Dutch courage.
What? Dutch courage? I don't need no Dutch courage. Give us another, will you, Mrs. Walker?
It doesn't look like it.
No, it's just that I'm,
What?
Yes?
thirsty. Well, there you are, loves. How did you like that?
It was quite a remarkable experience, really. I've often wondered what it must be like to be in the Monte Carlo rally.
Oh, you're welcome. Call again any time.
Yeah, I'd love to.
OK, jump in and we go round again.
Oh, not now, if you don't mind.
You're not the only one, Miss Nugent.
Well, any time you fancy a spin, just let me know. How about the lakes on Saturday?
I can't swim.
Thank you.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, ta-ra, love.
Oh, and Gary, I really think it might be better if you taught Mrs. Tanner how to drive. I think having two mentors might confuse her.
You know so much.
What?
There's no mystery to this driving, really. I mean, there's nothing to it, is there, when you think about it?
No, it's all in the stars.
So I might as well apply for it now.
Apply? What for?
For me driving test. If I did as well as I did today, there's no point in hanging about, is there?
What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? If I'm going in for my test next week, I'm on some practice, don't I?
If you're taking his test next week, I'm leaving the country.
Just a minute, Oh.
I do think you've had enough for lunchtime, Mrs. Ogden.
I've had enough of Elsie Tanner.
Large whiskey, please, Mr. Walker.
Whiskey?
That's right.
What's wrong with the beer all of a sudden?
It doesn't suit the occasion.
Oh.
You look as if you've seen a ghost, lad.
I nearly did. My own.
What on earth's the matter?
Honest, I'd rather go over Niagara Falls without a barrel than go through that lot again.
What's all this about, lad?
She drives like a maniac. You know, we nearly took Salford Town Hall with us first time round.
Is this Mrs. Elsie Tanner?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, I want to see her.
You're welcome to her. All she does is just sit there with a great smile across her face.
Right. We just have to wipe it off for her, won't we?
What's all that mean?
Well, it means, if my surmise is correct, that we are about to witness something not far removed from the gunfight at OK Corral.
Elsie Tanner! I've got something to say to you.
What was that, love?
What was you doing all night with my Stan?
You better ask Stan that,
I'm asking you. You had it all worked out in your wicked, scheming little mind, hadn't you?
Mrs. Ogden, I don't want
Take me for a drive, Stanley, you said. Then you go and fix your car so as you can get your clothes into him. I know your sort.
Your Stan could have very easily come home, Mrs. Ogden, if he'd wanted to.
Are you suggesting that my Stan... Oh, there's a word for people like you. You never have been able to keep a fella all to yourself, have you? So you get your own back by trying to pinch everybody else's. Well, I'll tell you one thing, madam, you're not having mine.
Would you mind repeating that again?
Elsie.
Shut up, you. Just repeat that again.
I don't boil my cabbages twice. Not unless you're going deaf in your old age.
I might be old, Mrs. Ogden, but I'm not that old I have to scrape the bottom of the barrel.
And what do you mean by that?
That I have to go chasing after great lumps of lard like your husband.
What's wrong with my husband?
You've got eyes, haven't you?
If he's good enough for me, he's good enough for you.
Ah, but just one thing, Mrs. Ogden. I happen to have a bit better taste than you have.
Oh, have you? Well, at least I've had the taste to stick with one man and not go chasing after every other fella from here to Kingdom Come.
I should think the reason for that is obvious.
What's that?
Has any other fella ever looked twice at you?
Does this happen often?
Only every 3 days. It's a men's free-for-all on Sunday. Sort of local custom, you might say.
I'm surprised it's him bothering to go out at all. It's a pity he's got nothing better to do. I suppose he just likes to keep up with what's going on in the street. He's nosy, that's all.
Who's nosy?
You are. Gawping at a couple of women having a shout and that.
Oh, I'm just interested in humanity.
You could hardly say Hilda Ogden screaming as Elsie Tanner's got anything to do with humanity. What happened, anyway?
I thought you weren't interested.
I'm not. Did Mrs. Ogden give her a black eye?
I think Elsie Tanner won on point. Should have heard what she had to say about Stan.
What did she say?
Even if you were interested, I couldn't possibly repeat it in front of the kids. Oh, thanks for helping with the car, by the way.
Oh, that's all right, anytime.
Well, there won't be another time we've managed to sell it.
There's certainly a better prospect now it's been cleaned up a bit.
Yeah.
Well, won't you miss it?
Yeah, probably to begin with, but then if we're going to have swivel chairs and all this new furniture, we're going to need all the money we can get from selling Flattery.
Flattery?
Yeah, the car.
Why's it called? Don't tell me.
Because it gets you nowhere.
You mean because you never take us?
I don't know what you lot are hanging about for. The show's over for today, unless you'd like me to go around with the act.
How do you feel now?
I feel fine. Don't suppose Hilda Ogden's feeling so well, though. Oh, well, now my blood's roused, I'm raring to go.
Yo, where?
Where do you think?
You're not driving again today, are you?
Well, of course I am. If I could just master this stopping and starting, I'll be perfectly happy.
Hey, what time is it?
About, what, 2:45, I think.
Have you forgotten?
What?
There's a man coming to look at the car at 3 o'clock.
I had...
You reckon you got a buyer, then?
Well, he seems very keen. That's why he's coming around. What the heck was that? What time do you say that bloke was coming to look at the car?
There you are.
It wasn't what you'd call a major crash, but it's a bit annoying for them.
What happened to Ken's car?
Well, the back bumper and the boot were pushed in a bit, but unfortunately the Barlows had someone coming to buy it.
You know, really, that car has caused more altercation in this street than anything else for years.
Well, they are a big responsibility.
Of course they are, dear, and I'm always saying to Jack...
Yes, love?
...that irresponsible people should never... Oh, how very nice to see you in here again, dear.
Oh, no, I just...
Came in for a little celebration, that's all.
A celebration, how nice.
Yeah, me moving into Coronation Street.
Of course. And welcome officially to Coronation Street, Councillor Fairclough.
Well, I think this calls for a drink. On me. What will you have, Mrs. Clegg?
Oh, just a lemonade,
Oh,
please.
go on, love. Have something a bit stronger. A drop of gin.
Lady said lemonade, Jack, and that's what she meant.
Rightio.
And a pint for you, Councillor?
Right, first time, Mrs. Walker. Not lemonade, of course.
There you are, dear.
Well, if it does you no good, it'll do you no harm, love.
No, I don't suppose it will.
Cheers, love.
There you
All
are.
the best.
Ah.
And may you soon feel at home in your new surroundings.
Thank you.
Ah, there's plenty of good street entertainment, like this afternoon.
Aye, what time's the bullfight start?
Good evening, Mrs. Tanner.
Gin and tonic, please.
Yes, of course.
Excuse me.
What exactly did happen this afternoon? Well, I'd rather not go into it now, if you don't mind. It was not quite a convenient time.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Bit of all right, was it?
Just shut up about it then, will
I
you?
can't imagine you and Sten Ogden together, you know. Still,
Still what?
every man to his taste.
Oh.
Or woman, as the case may be.
Leave it alone, will you?
I can't imagine what you and Sten Ogden were doing in a car all night.
Do you really want to know what Stan and I were doing all night?
Yes.
Playing fivesies.
Hey, I've heard it called some things.
If you don't believe me, I can prove it. Here, in my pocket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, they used to call them dibs when we were kids.
No, Jack, Dobber and Kibbs
I
it
have
was
heard
called.
it called some things, I'm not joking.
I'm sorry, dear, what was it you were saying about this Mrs.
Spicer, her name is. She's moved in next door to Mrs. Sharples.
Oh, I don't think I've seen her. What's she like?
Oh, very smart.
Oh.
Well, you might almost say elegant.
Oh, what sort of age?
Well, she must be a pensioner, but really, she doesn't look a day over 55. I liked her.
Oh, well, it's to be hoped that Mrs. Sharples does if they're going to be neighbours.
Well, Mrs. Sharples is easy enough to get on with, isn't she?
No comment, I think the saying is.
Mr. Uchard, that thing about the radio.
Well, what's it like living in the old Barlow cottage then?
Oh, very cosy and comfortable until you and Elsie started stock car racing.
Oh, boy.
I believe there's a bylaw against it somewhere. I'll check anyway.
Ah, we'll have to get motorbikes then.
I tell you what, I'll mend your bumper for you. And that dent in the back.
Hello, thanks.
Oh, thanks, then. How much?
Well, when I moved into your place, you see, I found about a few £1,000 notes buried under the floorboard, so I'll take it out of that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We put them there to stop the dry rot, didn't we? Jack?
Yeah?
What are you having, then?
A cure for dry rot. Same again, please.
Well, that's a pint and a half and...
A sherry.
A shandy, please.
Sherry?
How are those two kids going on? I saw a furniture van outside their place this
Vicky
morning.
and Audrey. Well, it's not exactly the ideal Holmes exhibition, but they're making a start.
With a wicker elephant.
Naturally. What else?
They're a strange pair.
Oh, they're a nice.
Oh, they're a nice pair, very nice, but strange.
What are they doing then? Young kids making home in their spare time?
Yeah, it's a sort of hobby with them, you know, like some people take up table tennis.
I don't think it's any of our business.
Of course it's our business. No man is an island. Now, he's an apprentice during the day and a student during the evening, and
He
she's...
goes to school
well, so what? Change the subject.
I will not change the subject, because the proper study of man is man, or boy and girl.
Yeah, girls with miniskirts, preferably.
Yeah, anyway, they meet in the early morning, midday, and in the evening. They knock nails into the wall, they prop up second-hand bits of furniture with old geography books, and they make cups of tea.
Well, we did the same, yes.
Ah, yes, but there's a difference.
Like what?
Like around about 9 o'clock. They sing the first 54 verses of Bless This House, and then he gets on his bicycle and goes up the street, and she goes down the street and catches the 42 bus.
That's modern education.
Not the sort that I teach.
You don't need to stand there and tell me you wiped the floor with Elsie Tanner, because I know you didn't.
Oh?
I was there in person. I witnessed the whole disgusting business.
Oh, you know, I never thought of it till you mentioned it then. That's just the right word for her, disgusting.
I wasn't only thinking of her, but it's shutting up time, and I've got some boiled bacon and cabbage on stove, and I don't want that spoiling.
I'm very fond of that, once in a while.
I'm sorry we're closed.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss South.
We have a 7 o'clock closing. Come back in the morning.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
If 7 o'clock is closing time, I think we've still got another 4 minutes in which to do business. I'd like a low-calorie loaf, please, if you've got one. Have to keep your eye on your figure, you know, when you get to my age.
Daft, I call it.
What, Mrs. Sharples?
All this slimming nonsense. There might be just some reason for it in the very young, but in the very
never
old...
too late, dear. Not even for you. Not quite, anyway. Well, I might as well introduce myself. You're Mrs. Sharples, aren't you?
I am.
And I'm Mrs. Spicer. We're next-door neighbours, I believe.
Yes, I saw you this morning moving in with one of them gramophone contraptions.
Would you like music?
The proper time and the proper place?
So glad.
The proper time and the proper place is not at night, second-hand through other folks' walls.
I do so agree. So I trust you'll keep your wireless down. After midnight, anyway.
Is there anything else you want? Because I want to get home.
A tin of air freshener. I don't know what it is, but there's a very strange smell in the flats tonight.
That'll be 4 shillings altogether.
There you are.
Oh, hey, I know what the smell is. It's your bacon and cabbage.
Mrs. Of course it is. I should have recognised it. A very pleasant dish in the eating, but it's such a long time since I had any.
Air freshener. He talks to me like that again. I don't know about the air being fresh. It'll be blue.